What's up, fellow YouTubers? This is going to be my first video. Just to let everybody know, I'm a huge Ron Paul supporter. Supported him in 2008, voted for him. Still supporting of him. In regards, I just want to go over a couple points. I don't have anything written down. This is all freestyled. But, for one, Ron Paul, he's doing a great service for this country. People that are bashing him now and that are jumping off the bandwagon are doing exactly what the establishment wants you to do. They want to create some kind of disconnect. They probably, put in some kind of incentives, to Rand, for him to give that endorsement to Romney. We all know that Romney's not a good guy. We know about the two-party system. It's all bought and paid for. It doesn't matter who gets in. We're going to be stuck with the same thing. But the thing is, and a lot of people are right to say that the timing of Rand Paul's endorsement of Mitt Romney is terrible because, the momentum that we had with this movement is huge. Like, it's a huge movement. A lot of people you don't even know about, that they're maybe closet Ron Paul supporters. Like, for instance, my parents, my mother, she was a huge establishment person. She voted for Bush. She was, she voted along what Fox News and all those reporting were doing. I was able to finally sway her to vote for Ron Paul in the primaries, and she's never ever gone against what they've said. So just the fact that I was able to persuade her by the truth and by my knowledge and my knowledge of Ron Paul against Romney and what he stands for and what he's done was a huge victory for myself and my family. I mean, that was a great thing. I had my whole family voted for Ron Paul. Even though I know he didn't win, I'm in New York, so it's definitely struggle over here to try and get Ron Paul any kind of information. Our meetup group, I'm trying to get involved as much as I can. It's really tough. Especially with 9 to 5 work and all that. But I try to do what I can. I have a sign on my car, big sign. Actually, somebody stole it recently. So, it's obviously people aren't happy. So the establishment knows that we're out there and we're doing what we can, to bring freedom and liberty back to this country. And it's a big thing that people say, oh, the Ron Paul people, they're not supporting the country. They're not supporting the candidates for president. He has no chance. But in reality, we actually are supporting our country and supporting the people of this country more so than, people that are supporting those people that don't care about the country, don't care about the people. And that's really where what it really comes down to. And, we really want to, do this for the people. It's for the people, for the majority of the people, not for the banksters, not for the rich people. We want to make it possible so, people can have a life and a living. I'm 24 years old. I've been in politics for quite some time. Most people don't get into this type of stuff, but I've been in it. I was in it before Ron Paul. Just the fact that I found Ron Paul, I was watching a debate, and that's how I found him. I saw him and I was like, wow, man, this guy's telling the truth. Like, I've never heard anything like this. It's all scripted, talking points that you hear from the politicians, and this guy comes out of nowhere, just boom, hitting hard points that are so true. It's common sense. That's what it really comes down to. Ron Paul it's common sense. If we're in Iraq or Afghanistan, killing people, killing innocent people, killing children, killing women, and we're to spread our democracy, like, are you kidding me? Like, are we really spreading democracy? I don't buy that for 2 seconds. What we're really spreading is our banking system, our debt system, our making outlets for companies to go over there and start selling their products and making a global corporations to go over there. That's really what it comes down to. And it's fighting for the corporations. Like a lot of people, they know that's what it's about. That's why, my mother, she's, huge Republican. My grandfather was in the, Korean War and stuff like that. And she's like, oh, why don't you join the military? Well, why would I join the military to fight for something that I don't believe in? I don't believe in fighting for, for corporatism and fighting for corporate people to make money off the backs of people dying. I mean, that's just crazy insanity. But those are the type of people that we have running this country, and people really need to wake up to this fact that people, oh well, we can't change this, but we can't do this, but we can't do that. But the fact is, you can change things. People, you have to organize. Is really what it comes down to. A lot of people are saying that Ron Paul is unorganized. We need to organize. We need to organize, raise money. We got to start locally, win local politics. Like right now, I have a Congress race going right now. It's a neocon and this other Democrat that's voting alongside Nancy Pelosi on everything. I mean, it's terrible. You know, it's not helping the country in any way, shape, or form. It's making things worse, putting us more in debt. And the fact that there's no Liberty candidate even running, you know, I don't need. What am I voting for? You know, I'm guarantee you a lot of people aren't even going to vote in this Congress primary, but I don't know. Anyway, so back on to Rand Paul. Oh, I want to definitely bring up a point with Jack Hunter saying, oh, well, you know, if Rand Paul didn't support Mitt Romney, you know, if he tried to run for president in 2016? Yeah, 2016, he wouldn't, they would jump on him for it. But my argument is, well, I was supporting my father. My father, you know, he was running, he ran. This is the second time he's running. I'm going to support him until everything's done, said and done with. That's why I'm saying the timing was just terrible. I mean, we have 2 months before the convention, and he comes out and supports Mitt Romney. That's just a disruption in the liberty movement, and it's just going to reverberate. And like people are saying, it's going to break off people that are going to still support Rand Paul, and people that are just going to totally disconnect from Rand Paul and stay with Ron Paul, or disconnect from the liberty movement completely, which would be the worst thing that could happen, because that's exactly what they want, and that's exactly why this happened. This is definitely a planned thing. That, you know, Rand Paul may have not been aware of it, or maybe he's just trying to further his political career or set himself up for a presidential run. But in reality, this really hurts the liberty movement and what, you know, the people stand for that are in this movement. And I mean, I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time, and now just bring it to the forefront. Oh, and then again with Jack Hunter saying, oh, you know, well, it's ridiculous. You don't compromise. That's the reason why we have all these people, because there was no compromise. There was no compromise. There was no going to this side. There was no going to that side. You know, we were for certain values, and that was why, you know, one of the main reasons why many people with Ron Paul, like, oh, well, you know, he's just another politician just spreading his bullshit that he says just so he can get elected. Well, no, he has a record to prove that he's not. And then also you can see how the man talks. The man talks from his heart, and that is what Americans and people can relate to. They may not even understand. Some people may not even understand what he's saying, but they can understand that he is genuine. He's a genuine person, and he genuinely cares about people and about the issues that he's espousing. And the people that say, oh, you know, he's a sellout, Ron Paul sells out. No, because like a lot of people say, he's woke up millions and millions of people in this country and brought this to the forefront. If we didn't have Ron Paul, none of this stuff would have been mainstream. Even the little coverage that he got in the media, that would have never happened. You know, the fact is that he did do that, and he did get the message out, and he should be applauded for that. And anyone who takes anything away from that is just shooting himself in the foot. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, if you guys want to comment, ask, you know, I'm not even trying to get subscribed. I don't care, people. You know, I just want to get my views out there for people can understand exactly, you know, what's going on here. So, all right. Take care, everybody. Peace, love, liberty, and keep the movement going. I'm probably going to go down in Tampa. I mean, this movement's huge for me. I've been advocating to everybody that I know, talking to them, you know, trying to bring them over to my side to show them, and you know, that socialism's not the way, that you want to get rid of government, less taxes, you know, gives more money for people in their pockets to spend money. And the one thing also that I want to bring up, the issue that no one really talks about, is how these corporations are just taking over everything, and not the military industrial complex, not the pharmaceutical company. just these major companies, Best Buy, all these huge companies that don't allow for the little guy or we have all these Best Buys in the whole country. How many little guys can you support if you had something else, And then also we get everything from China. We got to stop doing that. I'm thinking about, maybe we should start boycotting some of these companies. Do we really need this shit? Like, really, do you really need the stuff that a lot of these places have? You would be doing your country a huge favor by not supporting, buying cheap labor from China and getting cheap products from them. But a lot of the stuff we don't need, I stopped watching TV 2 years ago. I'm way better off for it. It's not good. I mean, I'm not going to lie that I totally don't watch TV, but I watch, sports, and that's it. That's all I watch. And I'm on the internet, I'm researching, doing things. I mean, it's really, you don't even have to research on the internet. It's out right in front of your face if you go and see it. You just look around, look at the people and see like what exactly is going on. Like it's terrible, it's not the way the founders meant this country to be, and we're really turning, I really hope we can change it and make it a better country and a better world for people to, grow up in and make a living and be able to support themselves. All right, man, I'm done now. Take care. Peace, liberty.